Hello, and welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take a stack of your sources and extract the most important nuggets of knowledge or insight. Today, we're embarking on a truly stellar journey, diving into a phenomenon that's part hard science, part buddy cop comedy, and surprisingly, a poignant exploration of First Contact Andy Weir's Project Hail Mary. You've provided us with a fantastic review of this book, and our mission today is to unpack how Weir masterfully combines the precision of orbital mechanics with genuinely funny interspecies slapstick and cosmic stakes with surprising tenderness. Get ready for a shortcut to being well-informed about a book that doesn't just believe in the improbable, it calculates it.
It's an excellent challenge, yeah. And our source material really highlights the delicate balance Weir strikes. This isn't just a masterclass in puzzle solving or a love letter to scientific curiosity. It's also a profound meditation on loneliness, the unexpected bonds of friendship, and the difficult moral arithmetic of extinction. We'll explore how Weir's almost jaunty tone manages to carry such, well, unbelievably high stakes.
Okay, let's dive into the incredible premise right from the start. Imagine waking up with severe amnesia, not in your own bed, but on a solo starship, light years from Earth, near a star called Tau Ceti, your crewmates dead. And back home, our sun is literally dimming, threatened by an alien microbe called astrophage, a tiny organism that absorbs stellar energy, promising to plunge Earth into an irreversible ice age within decades. Your job: stop it. The agonizing catch: you have no memory of who you are, what your mission is, or how any of the ship's 47 experimental systems actually work. It's a lock room mystery, but instead of a manor house, it's set within a starship, and the lock system is our entire solar system. This setup immediately throws you, the reader, into our protagonist Ryland Grace's bewildering predicament, while simultaneously establishing stakes so immense they're almost incomprehensible.
Exactly. This initial disorientation is incredibly effective. It's not just humanity facing extinction. Our sources point out that another alien civilization is also battling the astrophage. This immediately broadens the scope, transforming the story into an urgent, multifaceted survival manual, not just for one species, but potentially for two. It sets up a cosmic dilemma where the solution might require interspecies cooperation, a concept as alien as the astrophage itself.
So we have this junior high science teacher, Ryland Grace, who wakes up with no memory. Now, one of the truly brilliant structural elements that our review highlights is how Weir kind of weaponizes Grace's amnesia. It's essentially a personalized science tutorial for both Grace and you, the reader, cleverly baked into the narrative.
Yeah, like a tutorial level.
Exactly. Every rediscovery Grace makes, whether it's the function of a console, the purpose of a protocol, or even just his own name, isn't merely a plot beat. It's a step-by-step science lesson. The narrative toggles expertly between two timelines: the present, where Grace is isolated near Tau Ceti, struggling to piece together his mission, and flashbacks to Earth, where we witness the global scramble to launch Project Hail Mary. These flashbacks aren't just filler. They dramatize how real science actually happens. We see the messy reality of grant proposals, heated peer review fights, moments of international brinkmanship, and yes, the occasional midnight eureka moment fueled by cold pizza and too much caffeine. It makes the pursuit of knowledge thrilling rather than just academic.
What's so effective about this narrative device is its dual purpose. It brilliantly makes incredibly complex science accessible, allowing you to learn alongside the protagonist in real time, experiencing his confusion and then his breakthroughs.
Right, you feel it with him.
But beyond that, it grounds the hard science and the very human, often messy, process of discovery. It shows the triumphs and failures of international cooperation and sometimes conflict, demonstrating the sheer ingenuity and desperation involved in saving a planet. Weir essentially turns the scientific method into the narrative engine, which is quite a rare feat.
This is where it gets really interesting, I think, and where the book truly breaks new ground. For a good portion, the science is described as diamond hard. Weir dives into concepts like orbital mechanics, the precise physics of how objects move through space,
The nitty-gritty.
relativistic time dilation, that mind-bending idea that time itself can bend or slow down at incredibly high speeds, xenobiology, the study of alien life, and even xenolinguistics, the complex challenge of communicating with non-human species. It's all rendered with the clarity and infectious enthusiasm of like a Carl Sagan monologue.
Oh boy.
But then, with the sudden, unforgettable introduction of Rocky, the story gets, as our review puts it, delightfully squishy.
Yeah.
Rocky is a six-limbed, spider-like alien engineer from the planet Eridani, whose species is also battling the astrophage. And Rocky is well, unique.
Very unique.
They communicate in musical chords, breathe an ammonia-rich atmosphere that's toxic to humans, and understandably regard human food as poison gas. Their collaboration is described as part MacGyver, part odd couple. Imagine them jury-rigging a universal translator out of spare parts,
Yeah, just figuring it out.
teaching each other fundamental concepts, and slowly, painstakingly building a common language. It's like seeing the Apollo 13 crisis reenacted by two highly intelligent beings with wildly different operating systems.
It's truly where Weir's genius shines, blending rigorous scientific principles with imaginative, speculative biology and linguistics. The contrast between the initial hard science focus and the creative, often hilarious problem-solving that arises from two fundamentally different biologies and communication methods is brilliant.
It really is.
It generates both tension and humor, highlighting a universal language of problem-solving that transcends species. You see the universal drive for survival expressed through very specific alien constraints, which is utterly captivating. It pushes the boundaries of what first contact can be by making the alien truly alien, not just, a human in a costume.
Let's talk about our protagonist, Ryland Grace. The review aptly calls him Mark Watney 2.0, but he's arguably more neurotic, more
A
self-deprecating.
bit more anxious, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. And crucially, more morally complicated. He's a junior high science teacher and, frankly, a reluctant astronaut, essentially drafted into this impossible mission because he once wrote a paper on extremophiles organisms that thrive in extreme conditions. His pedagogical instincts, as you might imagine, remain delightfully intact. He finds himself explaining orbital mechanics to an empty room, or to himself,
Teaching the void.
in the same clear, enthusiastic way he once explained photosynthesis to his 8th graders. It's his way of processing, and it's also how we, the audience, learn alongside him. But what happens when Rocky appears? Grace transforms, becoming both student and teacher. He learns xenochemistry and the intricacies of alien engineering, while in turn teaching Rocky human concepts, including the absurdity of knock-knock jokes.
Which is just great.
The true emotional core of this story isn't just the fate of two civilizations. It's the unexpected, deeply moving friendship that blossoms between two lonely engineers who, despite their profound differences, share that universal drive to solve problems and a profound shared vulnerability.
This really raises an important question about heroism and relatability. Grace isn't your typical action hero. He's an everyman with a very specific academic skill set thrust into an impossible situation. His vulnerability, his self-doubt, combined with that innate teaching instinct, makes him profoundly human and incredibly relatable. And his friendship with Rocky becomes the emotional anchor in a story of cosmic scale. It underscores a powerful message that connection, empathy, and collaboration are just as vital to survival, and perhaps even more so than pure scientific acumen. It redefines heroism not as individual strength, but as collaborative ingenuity.
Absolutely. And beyond the intricate science and these incredible characters, Project Hail Mary grapples with some truly heavy themes: sacrifice, consent, and the ethics of last chances. The moral tension hinges significantly on Grace's consent. He was sent on a one-way mission without his explicit, fully informed permission, while the original crew volunteered to die.
Yeah, that's a big one.
The ethical calculus is stark and uncomfortable. Is it acceptable to conscript one person for the survival of billions? It's not a question with an easy answer, and Weir doesn't shy away from that discomfort.
No, he really doesn't.
And the dilemma expands even further by the climax. Is it acceptable to risk another sentient species who are also facing their own extinction for your own? This is where the story truly distinguishes itself. How does the book navigate this ethical minefield, especially when the stakes are literally galactic survival?
That's right, and the review really points out how stark this ethical calculus is. Is it acceptable to conscript one person for billions? Weir forces us to sit with that question. He doesn't offer easy answers. Instead, we see Grace grappling with the immense burden, the guilt, and eventually a form of reluctant acceptance. It's not about making it right, but about portraying the messy reality of survival decisions. And then later, that ethical question expands even further when Rocky's species becomes involved. Does our species' survival justify risking another's? That's a huge shift in the moral landscape of this story, presenting a truly complex, multi-species ethical framework.
And yet, despite these profound questions, Weir's trademark snark and gallows humor are entirely intact. Grace's internal monologue is a running commentary of panic, awe, and classic dad jokes.
Always the dad jokes.
When Rocky, in their unique musical communication, asks why humans cry, Grace explains, it's like a warning light for our emotions.
Ah,
This humor isn't escapism, it's a critical coping mechanism for cosmic stakes, and it's what makes the darker moments the threat of oxygen depletion, reactor meltdowns.
yeah, the real danger.
The slow realization that Earth may already be lost, hit with even greater impact.
It's fascinating how the humor serves as such a powerful counterpoint to the profound moral dilemmas. It allows the story to explore messy, provisional, and deeply human answers to incredibly complex ethical questions without ever becoming preachy or overly didactic.
Right.
The humor acts as a conduit for empathy, making the character's struggles and the philosophical implications more accessible and resonant. It makes the humanity or the alien identity of the characters more palpable, deepening our connection to their plight.
The pacing in this book is like a scientific formula itself, what our sources call Newtonian tension. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And every solution Grace and Rocky devise seems to breed a new, more urgent crisis. A successful test of a new propulsion system. It leads to a catastrophic hull breach,
Right, always something else.
a breakthrough in xenobiology. It might reveal a fundamental flaw in the mission's very premise. It keeps you on the absolute edge of your seat, constantly improvising alongside Grace and Rocky.
Definitely.
The final third of the book is a masterclass in escalating stakes and last-minute improvisations, each more audacious than the last. And the climax itself. It's an interstellar relay race involving genetically modified algae, a dying star, and the undeniable power of friendship.
Mm.
It's both scientifically plausible, thanks to Weir's meticulous research, and profoundly emotionally overwhelming, a testament to his ability to combine the head and the heart in a truly unforgettable way.
This truly highlights the puzzle-solving aspect that our review praises so heavily. The constant escalation of challenges and the sheer ingenuity required to overcome them is absolutely central to the narrative's appeal.
It really is.
It demonstrates that the most complex problems often require audacious, creative, and above all, collaborative solutions, reinforcing the core themes of the book. It's a testament to the idea that the universe might be indifferent, but intelligent life can always find a way, especially when working together.
Okay, now, even with all this brilliance, the review does touch on a couple of points that might give some readers pause. Weir's Achilles' heel can sometimes be his passion for exposition.
Ah, yes. The info dumps.
You might encounter pages of orbital calculations and biochemical pathways that will absolutely thrill STEM majors, but might, let's say, glaze the eyes of everyone else. It's a lot of detail.
It can be dense, for sure.
And while clever, the amnesia device can occasionally feel like a narrative cheat when Grace re-explains concepts you, the savvy reader, might have already grasped. Also, Rocky's near-instant fluency in English, communicated via musical notes, while incredibly charming, does require a suspension of disbelief that borders on linguistic magic.
Right.
How does Weir manage to make us overlook these slight narrative conveniences?
Those are valid points, and they speak to the inherent challenge of writing hard science fiction. How do you balance scientific accuracy and depth with narrative pacing and accessibility?
Exactly.
For the exposition, Weir often weaves it into Grace's internal monologue or his teaching moments, making it feel organic, but yeah, it can still be dense. And for Rocky's language, it's kind of a necessary shortcut for the plot to move forward, allowing that amazing interspecies relationship to flourish.
Makes sense.
These elements, while minor criticisms, are ultimately dwarfed by the overall impact and success of the story, a testament to the strengths we've discussed. They allow the core emotional and intellectual journey to take center stage.
So what does this all mean for us as learners and curious minds? Project Hail Mary is a novel that champions the improbable. That two species, separated by chemistry and light years, can still share a joke, a meal, and a plan to save each other. It's a powerful reminder that the universe is vast, indifferent, and occasionally miraculously collaborative.
Yeah.
It's about the sheer tenacity of intelligence and the universal drive for connection.
The legacy of this deep dive into Project Hail Mary extends far beyond mere entertainment. Our review notes it has already inspired classroom discussions on astrobiology, xenolinguistics, and even the ethics of interstellar colonialism. NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory even cited the novel in a workshop on extremophile research.
Wow.
It has, in a very real way, rekindled a vital sense of wonder about space exploration and the potential for discovery at a time when cosmic ambition can sometimes feel like a luxury. It's a story that makes science cool again, but more importantly, makes us believe in the power of shared purpose.
Absolutely. It's a love letter to curiosity, to the most unlikely of friendships, and to the stubborn belief that problems, no matter how astronomical, are merely solutions waiting for the right equation. It makes you want to high-five a spider, hug a physicist, and maybe even plant a tree just in case. So, as you go about your day, think about this. If Rylan, Grace, and Rocky can save two planets with science, ingenuity, and a good sense of humor, what seemingly astronomical problem in your own life might just be a solution waiting for the right equation and perhaps the right friend to help you solve it.